Hi, Warhawk Defense here today, Bliskin 54. So this afternoon I'm going to give myself a test. As you know, there was recently a defensive shooting of a mall. There was a active shooter at a mall. The young man, carrying concealed, pulled out his gun, fired 10 rounds. Put 8 shots on the bad guy and put him down before he could create lots of carnage. There were some people killed and injured, but he made it a lot fewer by his actions. And he was shooting from 40 yards, and I've got our range here set up for 40 yards, and I'm going to shoot and see what I can do from 40 yards. And what I hear is he was shooting within 15 seconds. So we'll use the shot timer. I got a shot timer here. We'll use the shot timer. Okay, here's another one of my favorite guns. This is a SIG P250, and it's a 15 round, and we'll see how that does. So let's. One in. Okay, I was just a little over 15 seconds on that one. Some of the time it took was I forgot to rack one in, but we'll go down and take a look, see if I did any better. That's the SIG P250. It's got a revolver type trigger in it, so we'll see. Okay, those were better. I had 9 out of 10 on the paper. And I had one dead center, a couple that were not dead center, but definitely in the upper chest. Did much better on that one. So that gun has a 3.6 inch barrel. Let's sit down and talk about this a little bit. What are the takeaways? What did we learn? Okay. So what are the takeaways? What did we learn about this? Well, for one thing, we learned that barrel length makes a difference. When I went to the SIG P250 with the 3.6 inch barrel, it has the same kind of trigger as a revolver. Very nice trigger actually, but it's long, double action. I scored pretty well. I kept 9 out of 10 of them on the paper, and enough of them on the bottle, center of mass, that it would have probably taken the bad guy down. I have no idea what the kid up there in the mall shooting was, what gun he had, but I think that the moral of the story certainly is, if you're carrying concealed, most of the talk and teaching has always been, you know, you're going to shoot 3, 5, 7, 10 yards at the most. So in fact, most states' concealed carry tests are 3, 7, 10 yards shooting qualifications, because the thought has been that most self-defense shootings are in the 3, 7 to 10 yard range, which probably is true. That's, you know, the up close and personal, that's probably true. Most of them are at that. So if you carry in a snubby, it's just fine. 5 shots, up close and personal, get the job done. If you carry in the XD subcompact 3 inch barrel, that distance you could definitely hit. You could be in the ballpark at 40 yards. But maybe not lethally, or at least not initially lethal. with a little bit bigger barrel, 3.6 inch P250 SIG. I did get some lethal shots, probably would have put the guy down. And I got better results from the P250. Is the P250 a better gun than the Smith & Wesson or the XD? No, I don't think so. I just think it's a tool for a different purpose. It's a little longer barrel, so it gives me both really good accuracy up close and personal, 3, 5, 7 yards. There's, you're not going to miss. It's a little heavier, and the magazines I have for it are a 15-round extended mag and 2 12-round flush mags. So you can definitely carry it easily enough, but it's not a pocket carry gun. It's an in the waistband gun or outside the waistband gun. The reason I like the snubby is because it's a pocket gun. I can carry it in my pocket, and I like it. It's easy to carry. I can take it anywhere I go, so you get comfortable with it. But if you plan to be in any mall shooting across the food court at 40 yards plus or minus, having a little bigger gun is going to help. So that 3.6 inch barrel, yeah, that makes a difference. And other than that, the triggers are, this XD's got a typical striker fire trigger. The SIG's got a revolver type trigger. My Smith & Wesson's got a revolver trigger, but I've put Wolf springs in it, so it is lightened up. So the trigger on that and the trigger on the 250 are about the same. Anyway, that's kind of the takeaway from this. Maybe it's good in your concealed carry training routine to definitely continue to practice at 3, 5, and 7 yards, because that's where most of the work will be done. But maybe go out to 40 yards and do this 40-yard food court drill, legally armed citizen shooting a bad guy across the food court. Obviously, it's a thing. It has happened, and it worked. Thank goodness that young man, was a good shot. And again, be interesting to find out what gun he had. And if anybody knows, please put it in the comments. But anyway, I think that's all I want to say about it. It tells me where I need to be. I suggest that you go out and do this same test. Take the guns you like to carry. Go out and shoot at 40 yards and see what your guns will do, see what you can do at 40 yards, and then if you need to practice, practice. And remember, the young man shooting was a young man. I think he was like 22. And when you get older, pushing 70, your eyesight's not as good, coordination's not as good. Now, those are my excuses, I guess, but I also been shooting all my life, so I should be better than this. And it tells me I need to practice more, especially from a distance. So anyway, I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe. Help us.